So should be- let me close this and let's start up solving. So we were doing array partition last time. So the idea for this problem, was something like this. Like if we have an array, let's say 1 a 2 to an, we want to split it into three parts such that max of this, min of this, max of this are all equal. So what we can do is we can start iterating over all the segments for the first, like we can brute force the first segment. We can brute force this and first check for length 1, and we will check the max for this using prefix array, and then we will binary search over the last segment for the for the first ever index where we see this maximum. Like if we see it here, we will check it here. The problem is, like, if we have a middle segment left, and if minimum of this is greater than z, greater than the required, let's say the maximum here is x. If minimum here is greater than x and max here is also x, because we binary searched and this was the first index, such that the maximum of this suffix was x. So there are two possibilities: either this element is less than x or this is equal to x. And so what we can do is we can just remove this element from this segment and shift it into this segment and check if this is a viable answer. Like if max of this is still equal to x and we get answer of this equal to x. If this happens, this will be a viable combination and we will output this. Otherwise we will keep on incrementing the length of this segment and keep on brute force. So to calculate min of this, we will use sparse table or segment tree, whatever you feel comfortable with. I will use segment tree. So let's implement all this. Let's go to Sublime. So I already have my segment tree template right here, and I was querying this. 1 start end and L2R. Okay, so we build the array. This is the array, this is it, this is this. So let's start brute forcing. First let's build up a prefix array. So we are using min here, right? Here. Not lazy. We are not using lazy propagation, but in my template I have lazy here, so that's why I took it. Let's build a prefix as a suffix array. Uh, uh, let's keep this min and suffix. And then I'm initializing the tree to infinity. This is not required. But, well, I will update the tree node, so I don't think this is required. But still, let's just keep. Okay, so let's initialize the prefix and suffix array here. Prefix of I. Prefix of 0 should be equal to 0, and suffix of equal I here max n, and so full is less than n plus I. Prefix is of I is equal to x of prefix of I minus 1. Similarly, then equal to suffix of I sub suffix of I. So, yeah. So we build this. I can return false here if I don't get an answer. Otherwise, I can start iterating over possible combinations of the first segment. Okay, so that can go up to n minus 3, right? Index and start from 0. There will be n, and there will be n minus 2 sizes. N minus 2 sizes, right? So what I can do is can go long. Let's not keep it. Let's call this x. Like I'm gonna let's divide this into segment. This segment is of length x. This segment is of length y. Is of length, right? So x is equal to 0. X is less than. This will be the index, like where my this segment is ending. Segment is ending at this index. Call this x. X long long x is equal to 0, x less than, yeah, can keep. And now I can just iterate over the z segment. Let's now, this will start at x plus 1 and the end will be n minus 1, while start is less than equal to end is equal to f mid. Let's keep a limit also. If mid, sorry, if suffix of mid is suffix of mid is less than, mm, let's keep a very target. Start of, this is less than target, then we on the right side, and then we need to shift mid. Keep this low and high. If suffix of mid is less than target, then we are on the right side. Then we need to shift high. Mid minus 1. Else, if suffix of mid is greater than target, low is equal to mid plus 1, because now we are too far ahead. Else if these are equal, I have found the answer. Answer is equal to mid. Answer is equal to mid, and now I can just put high is equal to mid minus. I have found the answer. Go to the right side, left side. See if you find the answer. Okay, now we have done this. Now I have found two indexes. I have found the index C. I found the index A. Now I need to find the distance between. Let's do this x plus 2, because one should be reserved for, the lower index, right? The middle segment. Now if, let's do a query now. Long segment 2 gives us query 1 or 0 and 1, and now I want to query an x plus 1 and r minus minus 1, so minus 1. If this is equal to minus, continue. minus 1, right? If segment if segment 2 is already less than target, then there is no saving us. Then continue again. Else, if segment 2 is equal to target, we have found the answer. What do I need to print here? Do we need to print the size? Size of first segment will be x. Size of second segment should be z minus. Like I've found this, like if I have a 2, 3, if this ends here and this starts from here, and this will be z minus l minus r, l minus r minus 1 will be z minus x. And for the last one, if I have 3, 4, 5, and 6, if my n is 7, and if it ends at 5, element should be n minus. So this should be else. What's wrong with this? Else long segment 2 is equal to query 1 0 minus 1 plus 1 and z. Now I'm doing this element. Long new z is equal, if z is less than n minus z is less than n, z plus 1 is less, and segment 2 is equal to target and suffix z plus 1. Z plus 1 will be here, and then that one will cancel with that one, so this will become z minus x. Subtract one more. I think this should work, right? I'm researching properly. First one is giving answer. 'Yes'. It should be x plus 1, right? Because the index is x in it. 614. This is oh. I should return true. हेलो. हाँ जी बोलो. 15-20 मिनट ना आना, ठीक है. ठीक है. So yes, no, yes, 252, yes, 4, 2, yes, 4. 2 times 10 to the power 5. Okay, this is going to give TLE. This should not TLE, yeah. The binary search running into an infinite loop. It might. It becomes a faster segment. Let's try a sparse table then. अरे Manage minimum queries. Written code. Okay, so maybe segment 3 was slow. हम्म, जानना दुकान थे